you very much indeed. Hello, I'm Alexander Armstrong, and a very warm welcome to Pointless, the game where you are always aiming for the lowest score. Let's meet today's players. And couple number one.
Hi, I'm Gary, this is Jessica, and we're work friends from London.
Couple number two.
Hi, my name's Joan, and this is Steve, my husband. We're both from Nottingham.
Couple number three.
Hi, I'm Corey, this is my cousin Jamie, and we are from Banijay in Northern Ireland.
And finally, couple number four.
Hi, I'm Dan, this is Linda. We're grandma and grandson and from North East Lincolnshire.
And these are today's contestants. Thank you all very much indeed. Very warm welcome to the show. Lovely to have you with us. That just leaves one more person for me to introduce. Taking misinformation to the backseat of the movies and smooching it into submission, it's my pointless friend, it's Richard.
Hiya. Hi, everybody. Good afternoon. Good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon.
Welcome back to Jessica and Gary. Got through to the head-to-head last time. Jamie and Corey got knocked out in round one last time. Lovely, as always, to have grandson, grandmother with us. You are very, very welcome. Also lovely to see that some people have dressed up for the show today.
Have they not?
Not.
It's like a flower border in full bloom, isn't it?
It is like, it's almost like looking at Britain's best-kept village.
It is.
And a nice little jackpot coming up as well.
Nice little jackpot indeed, yes. Yeah. Absolutely, growing very well. Which you'll have deduced means Angharad and Meghan didn't win it last time. And just to make matters even more exciting, we're going to add another £1,000 to it. So today's jackpot starts off, steady on, look at this, £3,500. Right, if everyone's ready, let's play Pointless. Just remember, it's the pair with the highest score at the end of each round that gets eliminated, so keep your scores as low as you can. Everything will be great. Best of luck to all four pairs. Our first category today is music. Can you all decide in your pairs who's going to go first, who's going to go second? And whoever's going first, please step up to the podium. OK, and the question concerns acts that got no higher than number 2 in the UK singles chart. Richard.
Yeah, on each board, we're going to show you 7 singles that got to number 2 in the UK singles chart. They are all by acts who never had a number 1 single. So who were these songs by, please?
Thank you very much indeed. So we're looking for the acts that had number 2 hits with these singles. And here's our first board of 7. We have got Streets of Philadelphia, 1994. I Won't Let the Sun Go Down on Me, 1984. Girls Just Want to Have Fun, 1984. Babyface, 1959. Encore une fois, 1997. Yesterday Once More, 1973. And Heartbreaker, 1982. I'll read those single titles again. Streets of Philadelphia, I Won't Let the Sun Go Down on Me, Girls Just Want to Have Fun, Babyface, Encore une fois, Yesterday Once More, and Heartbreaker. There we are. Jessica, welcome back to Pointless. Remind us all about yourself.
So I work as an investigator in London with Gary.
Last time we drilled down into the investigator side of things, which was very exciting indeed. Tell us more about yourself, Jessica. What sort of things do you get up to when the investigations are done?
So in my free time, I like to visit art galleries and I like to do yoga and I like to compete on my fitness tracker doing steps.
Do you find you're a slave to your tracker?
A little bit, yeah.
How many steps? What do you consider a good day?
A good day is, I'd say 16 to 18,000.
Really?
Yeah.
And if you're a little bit behind on that, do you just take lots of little small steps?
I have been stepping in my bedroom until midnight at one point.
And
I needed
at
to
what
win.
point do you think... wait, you're competing against other people?
Yeah.
Have you noticed a difference? Are you fitter and better
No.
generally? No? Really? OK, Jessica, what are you going to go for on our board?
So it is not looking good. There's only one song that was there when I was even alive. So...
If you were about to say this is before my time, you're going to be in quite a lot of trouble, I'm afraid.
They're nearly all before my time. I'm going to say it.
Yeah. Ho, ho, ho.
Whoa.
Whoa,
That
sorry.
is-
Just going to have
that
to
is
pause the game a moment.
Unbelievable. Would you recognise a Tyrannosaurus Rex if you saw one?
Maybe.
Right, is that before your time or not?
That is before my time. I can't guarantee I recognise one either. I said maybe.
If one walked in now, you'd know. Tell you that for nothing.
Anyway, Jessica, what are you going to go for?
OK, so I'm going to go for the third one down, and I'm going to say Cyndi Lauper.
OK, Cyndi Lauper says, Jessica, let's see if that's right. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Cyndi Lauper. It's right. 76. But it's right. Gets us off to a good start.
Yeah, one of the great songwriters of her generation as well, but never had a #1 single, Cyndi Lauper.
Thank you very much, Richard. Now then, Joan, welcome.
Hello.
Lovely to have you here. Joan, tell us all about yourself.
I work for a fast food company that makes some lovely burgers.
Ah, that's exciting. Tell us about your fantastic waistcoats there.
When we heard we were coming on Pointless,
Yes.
we said, oh, we've got to stand out. We've got to be something special that we know we are. So we went about hunting for some lovely fabric. We got this lovely fabric and we got it in different colours so we could... So I've made them, designed
You
them and
made
made them. Yes.
They're beautifully done, Joan. Look at that. Now, what are you going to go for on our board? All these singles were at #2. Who had hits with them?
It's not really a good board for me. I was thinking about the Carpenters for Yesterday Once More, the second from the bottom.
OK,
I'm not
Yesterday Once
sure.
More, The Carpenters, bit of a punt.
Yeah.
But we'll see. Is it right? How many people said it? If it is. It is right, The Carpenters, Joan. Very well done indeed. Down you go, passing 76, which is the only score we have so far. 31 for The Carpenters. Very good.
Yeah, they had 7 top 10 hits, the Carpenters, and 2 #2 hits as well. Please, Mr. Postman was #2, but no #1s. Yep.
Thank you, Richard. Now then, Jamie, welcome back. Remind us all about yourself, Jamie.
So I'm still a student. I'm currently studying mathematics.
Still a student from last time.
Yeah.
Good. Oh, just imagine if you'd come on Pointless and thought, you know
Within a
what?
day.
I'm just gonna jack it all in. Got a whiff of the Pointless trophy and thought that was it. So yes, still a student.
Yeah. Just finished my 3rd year.
Yeah.
I'm starting masters in September. Still at Queen's in mathematics.
Okay, still at the same university
Yeah.
as last time. That's good. Jamie, what are you going to go for on the board here?
There's a couple of songs where I definitely recognise the songs, but I would have no idea about the artist. So I'm just going to have to take a guess with the top one, and I might be confusing it with another song, but I'm going to say U2.
OK, U2 for Streets of Philadelphia. Let's see if it's right. Let's see how many of our 100 people said U2. Bad luck, Jamie. I'm afraid not U2, Streets of Philadelphia. Richard.
Not U2, I'm afraid. They did Where the Streets Have No Name. That's a U2
They
song.
like a street.
U2, yeah. And they've had #1 singles as
And
well,
they have.
U2.
Yeah. Thank you very much indeed, Richard. And finally, Dan, very warm welcome to Pointless. Lovely to have you here with your grandma. Tell us all about yourself.
So I'm from the North East Lincolnshire, and I'm an assistant practitioner.
Assistant practitioner of
Yeah.
what?
So I work for the NHS. I'm community-based, and I do sort of deal with housebound patients all around my area.
I see. And Dan, what do you do for fun?
I'm a massive gamer geek. It's just sort of a chill out from reality, really.
Your thumb's calloused.
Yes, very much so, yeah.
And
definitely.
thumb joints well exercised or getting a little bit
I
tired?
just can't stop. It's always going.
OK, well, good luck with that. Dan, this board's all yours. So who had hits with these #2 singles?
I'm not confident one bit, but I'm going to go for it. I'm going to say I Won't Let the Sun Go Down on Me, and I'm going to say Elton John.
OK, Elton John. I Won't Let the Sun Go Down on Me. Let's see if that's right. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Elton John. No, bad luck, Dan. I'm afraid an incorrect answer scores you 100 points.
Yeah, different song. I know exactly the one you mean, but that's Don't Let the Sun Go Down on Me. This is
I won't. Nick Kershaw.
Nick Kershaw, that was, yeah. Nick Kershaw would have scored you 15 points. Now, perhaps the most surprising artist on that board not to have a #1 is the top one, Streets of Philadelphia.
It was Bruce Springsteen.
Bruce Springsteen, yeah. Never had a UK #1, 46 points for that. Babyface,
I don't know that one.
Little Richard, that is. 4 points for that. Now, this next artist holds the record for the most #2 singles without having a #1. 5 UK #2 singles. It's the DJ Sash. Well, I don't know if you said that. 13 points. And Heartbreaker at the bottom is Dionne Warwick, and she would have scored you 16.
It occurs to me, looking at that board, that
Yes.
actually just to peak at #2 is quite a cool thing.
Yeah, I've never had a UK number one single.
No, you haven't yet, have you?
Me and Bruce Springsteen are identical in that regard.
Thank you very much. We are halfway through the round. Let's look at those scores. 31, Joan, very well done. Best score of the pass. 76, where we find Jessica and Gary. You thought that was a high score when you first got that.
Yeah.
Ha-ha, little did you know. Dan and Jamie were going to come to your rescue with 100 apiece. So, yes, Corey and Linda, it's going to be between you, I think, to see who stays and who leaves at the end of the round. So best of luck with that. We're going to come back down the line. Will the second players please step up to the podium? OK, let's put 7 more number 2 singles up on the board, and here they are. Who had hits with these? My Generation, 1965. Vienna, 1981. Ain't No Pleasing You, 1982. Knocking on Heaven's Door, 1992. Up the Junction, 1979. When I Fall in Love, 1957. And Can't Stand Me Now, 2004. I'll read those again. My Generation, Vienna, Ain't No Pleasing You, Knocking on Heaven's Door, Up the Junction, When I Fall in Love, and Can't Stand Me Now. There we are. Linda, a board of terrific songs there for you. But before we face the music, Linda, tell us all about yourself.
Well, I'm retired now. I worked for many years in the NHS on the wards at the hospital. And now I like travelling and pottering around in the garden.
Very nice. Nice to potter around in the garden. Are you a flower gardener or
Yes.
are you a... Yes.
Yeah, I like the flowers.
Do you grow any vegetables at all?
No.
No.
No, just flowers.
Just flowers. Now then, Linda, you are joint high scorers. We've got to get a low score from you out of this board. I hope you found something on there you like the look of.
There's 1 or 2 I like the look of, yes.
What are you going to go for?
Oh, I'm going to go for Vienna and Ultravox.
Ultravox, says Linda, for Vienna. No red line for you, your joint high scorers, but let's see how many of our 100 people said Ultravox. It's right. Down it goes to 58. 158 is your total.
A few years ago, Radio 2 had a vote for the UK's favourite ever number 2 single, and that won it.
I can see why. Thank you very much indeed, Richard. OK, Corey, welcome back. Remind us all about yourself, Corey.
I'm a placement student, actually, in my computer science degree. I'm in my 3rd year, and I'm with a company that provides GP surgery support in Northern Ireland.
OK, very good. Now, Corey, what are your interests outside of computer science?
I like to play hockey, and I like to play golf, and I also like to play computer games as well on a computer. I build my own computers.
You build your own computers?
Yeah.
How long does it take you to build a computer?
3 hours, maybe? 3 to 4 hours.
I thought you were going to say 4 months.
No.
3 hours. OK, now, Corey, you are on 100. Our high score is just behind you there on 158, which means 57 or less at this stage gets you into the next round. How are you feeling about the board?
Not good. I know this has been said already, but this is well before my time.
I can't believe we just walked into it. We've gone through this.
I mean, we literally just said.
Literally just said.
So I have absolutely no clue. So I'm going to guess Knocking on Heaven's Door, Bon Jovi.
OK, Bon Jovi, Knocking on Heaven's Door. You're on 100. Here is your red line. What happens if we say Bon Jovi for Knocking on Heaven's Door? You. I am afraid an incorrect answer. Corey scores you 100 points, takes your total up to 200.
200 club, though.
There we go.
What a way to go.
Yeah.
You know? That's the way to do it. I'll give all the correct answers at the end of the pass.
Thank you very much indeed. Richard, Steve, welcome to the show.
Good
to have
afternoon.
you here. Steve, tell us all about yourself.
I'm retired. I worked for the same company for 38 years, but now I'm trying to become a professional musician. It might take a little while.
So what kind of musician are you?
I was originally a drummer,
Yeah.
but now I'm playing a little bit of guitar with my wife, and we're attempting to play as a duo.
How far? You're busy rehearsing at the moment, building up the repertoire.
That's right.
And Joan, what do you play?
I sing and I play anything that Steve throws at me. You know, like tambourine,
I hope he throws it gently.
harmonica, whatever comes my
So you
way.
play a bit of harp?
A little bit. I can do a little wah-wah, you know, like
Little
the
bit of
train coming. Yeah, yeah.
Nice. Oh, brilliant. Well, listen, great oaks from tiny acorns.
That's right.
There we are. Well, very best of luck with that. Steve, this should be a nice round for you.
It is. I know most of them. As a rock fan and a rock musician, it's going to totally go against my grain. But the 3rd one down, Ain't No Pleasing You, Chaz and Dave.
I'm just going to say, before we even put this to the tower, that is one of my favourite songs of all time. Chaz and Dave.
Genuinely agree.
Excellent song. Anyway, that's what you've gone for. Chaz and Dave, let's see how many of our 100 people said it. No red line for you for the wonderful reason that you're already through, so it's all fine. There you go, 24 for Chaz and Dave, taking your total up to 55.
Well played, Steve. Nice answer. Yeah, you could give that song to Sinatra and he'd do a cracking version.
You absolutely could,
Absolutely beautiful. But I think we slightly thought of them as a joke act a little bit, because some of the songs they did. But my goodness, they're capable of some amazing stuff.
Thank you very much indeed. Gary, welcome back. Great to have you with us one more time. Remind us all about yourself.
Yes, I work with Jessica as an investigator for a telecoms regulator. During the day, during the evening, I'm a martial arts instructor in Wing Chun.
Tell us, the martial art was called Wing...
It's called Wing Chun.
Wing Chun, what is that?
It's a close quarter fighting system. It's the one that Bruce Lee originally started when he did martial arts, before he created his own system.
Fantastic. How many people do that? Is it a well-known system?
Well-known system worldwide.
OK, very good. Now, Gary, 76 is your score at the moment. It doesn't matter what you score.
Great.
Do you fancy talking us through the board, filling in the blanks?
Well, I think I only know two of them. I think When I Fall in Love is Nat King Cole, but I'm going to go for Knocking on Heaven's Door, Guns N' Roses.
Guns N' Roses, Knocking on Heaven's Door. No red line. As I said, you're already through. How many people said Guns N' Roses? It's right. And down it goes to 31. Very well done indeed. 107 is your total.
Well played, Gary. Yeah, you weren't a million miles away with Bon Jovi there for that, Corey. Unlucky. Now, let's fill in the rest of this board. Yeah, no number ones from the top band.
No, sorry, The Who.
The Who, yeah. 56 for The Who. Another amazing song, Up the Junction.
Squeeze.
Squeeze, yeah, had two number 2 hits. Squeeze, 32. When I Fall in Love, you're quite right, was Nat King Cole. You would have scored you 26, slightly better score. And Can't Stand Me Now.
The Libertines.
The Libertines. And that's the best answer on the board. 9 points if you said The Libertines.
Thank you very much, Richard. Well, we are at the end of our first round, which means we have to say goodbye to one of our pairs. Corey and Jamie, I'm afraid it's 2 first-round exits on the bounce, I'm sorry to say, but it's been great having you here. I'm sorry for not nearly long enough, I have to say, but thank you very much for playing, Corey and Jamie. But for the remaining 3 pairs, it's now time for round 2. Well done, everybody. You navigated your way through round 1, and here we are in the sunshine, basking in round 2. Well done, Steve, our lowest individual scorer there. Steve and Joan, lowest combined scores, in fact. So fabulous work there from the waistcoats. Best of luck to all 3 pairs. Our category for round 2 today is famous people. Can you all decide in your pairs? Who's going to go first? Who's going to go second? And whoever's going first, please step up to the podium. OK, and the question concerns Time magazine's influential people of 2019. Richard.
Yeah, we're going to show you 16 pictures now of people who appeared on that list. Can you identify the most obscure of these?
Thank you very much indeed. So we're going to show you an image, and here is that image. We won't be changing this halfway through the round. That will stay up for the entire round. There we are, most influential people of 2019. So, Jessica, you are going to go first. I'll just give you a moment to digest the board.
OK, I think I know who I'm going to go for. So I'm going to go on the second row, the one at the end, the lady. Amelia Clark.
Amelia Clark?
Yeah.
Amelia Clark, let's see if that's right. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Amelia Clark. It's right. Down it goes to 27. Good start to the round. Well done, Jessica.
Nice start, Jessica. So influential because of her starring role in Game of Thrones.
Thank you very much, Richard. Now then, Joan.
Yeah, this is the one I'm always scared of because you remember faces, but it's really difficult to remember names. So I think I'm going to go for Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift, says Joan. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Taylor Swift. It's right. Well, 27 is the only score we have at the moment. 66 for Taylor Swift.
Yeah, she grew up on a Christmas tree farm, Taylor Swift.
So glad you said farm.
On a Christmas tree. Yeah.
That's nice. Thank you very much indeed, Richard. Now, Linda,
Yeah.
who would you like to go for?
Well, there's quite a few famous faces on there that would be going quite high. I'll go for the lady on the bottom left, Sandra Oh.
Sandra Oh, says Linda. Let's see how many of our 100 people spotted Sandra Oh. Sandra Oh is right. 66, the high score, and you passed that. 27 is the low score, and you passed that. Down to 20 for Sandra Oh. Very well done indeed, Linda.
Great answer, Linda. Well played. Starting Grey's Anatomy, of course, more recently in Killing Eve.
Thank you very much, Richard. Well, we're halfway through the second round. Let's have a look at those scores. 20, Linda, best score of the pass. Very well done indeed. Then we travel up to 27, where we find Jessica and Gary. Then up to 66, Joan and Steve. A little bit ahead there. So, Steve, a nice low score from you wouldn't hurt in the next pass. Good luck with that. We're going to come back down the line now. Will the second players please step up to the podium? OK, then, Dan, can you identify any of these influential people from 2019? Who have you got your eye on there? At this stage, if you could score 45 or less, you're guaranteed a place in the head-to-head.
So, I know the first names of some of them, but that's not helping me right now, because you're going to ask me for the second name.
I am.
So I'm going to go for Ariana Grande.
OK, Ariana Grande. Ariana Grande, says Dan. Here is your red line. Can you get below that with Ariana Grande? Let's find out. It's right. 65 takes your total up to 85. You could have done yourself enough there, done yourself a favour.
Yes, a series of huge hits in the last few years. She's got a Pokemon tattoo as well. Eevee, the Pokemon. She loves to play Pokemon Go.
I didn't know that.
Oh, there you go.
There you are. Thank you
Learn
very
something
much.
new every day.
Yeah, I'll hold that and treasure it. Steve,
Yep.
you are on 66. You have a goal, which is 18 or less. Can you identify any of these influential people from 2019?
Well, I know a few of them, but the lowest that I really know for sure is the ex-Pakistani cricketer, Imran Khan.
Imran Khan, says Steve. Let's see if that's right. Let's see how many people said it. There's your red line. Can you get below that? Ooh, not bad. You've done it. You have done it. 15. Very well done indeed, Steve, taking your total up to 81.
Yeah, Prime Minister of Pakistan, Imran Khan. Used to play for Sussex when I used to go down there in the 80s and watch them.
Thanks very much, Richard. Now then, Gary. You are on 27, so 57 or less keeps you in the game.
Yes, I know a few of them. You've got Mo Salah, Michelle Obama, Mark Zuckerberg. I think that's Glenn Close, Dwayne Johnson, Tiger Woods, Donald Trump. I'm going for Glenn Close.
You're going to go for Glenn Close. OK. Here is your red line. Get below this red line with Glenn Close, and the head-to-head beckons. Let's see how many people said it. It's right. Very well done. Good enough. Dan goes to 34, taking your total up to 61.
Yeah, you chose very well there, Gary. A few of those answers you gave me would have seen you knocked out, which won't surprise you. But let's take a look through everything. In fact, the best answer on the board is the top left now, and that's the Booker Prize-winning author Marlon James. Very well done if you said that. 1 point for that. Mo Salah would have seen you through because he would have scored you 28. Michelle Obama would have seen you knocked out. She would have scored 71. Mark Zuckerberg would have just about seen you through, 55 points for Zuckerberg. Dwayne Johnson would have seen you got knocked out because he scored 74. Tiger Woods would have seen you knocked out as well, 69 for Tiger Woods. The next one along?
Pope Francis, sorry.
Pope Francis. Yeah. 66 points for that. I thought the next one was Michael Bublé. It's Richard Madden. Richard Madden from Bodyguard and Game of Thrones and Rocket Man and all that. 17 points for Richard Madden. Trump would have scored you 93, and it's Naomi Osaka on the bottom right there. And she's another terrific answer. Tennis player would have scored you 5 points. Very well done if you said that.
Thanks very much, Richard. Well, we find ourselves at the end of the second round. We have to say goodbye to another pair. Dan and Linda, I'm afraid you are that pair this time. We will see you again next time, and I'm sure you'll do just as well, if not a little bit better. But meantime, thank you very much indeed, Dan and Linda. But for the remaining two pairs, it is now time for the head-to-head. Congratulations, Joan and Steve, Jessica and Gary. You're now one step closer to the final and a chance to play for our jackpot, currently standing at £3,500. Now, that's turning into quite a decent jackpot, and here's the bit where we decide who will get to play for it. You're now going to play as a pair. First pair to win 2 questions will be playing for the jackpot. Richard.
Returners against a new pair. I bet Jessica didn't think she'd be the third most colourful person in the head-to-head.
No.
Wow, it's quite a thing to look at, isn't it?
It is, it's beautiful.
Great.
Gary, what are you doing? Come on.
I like Gary. Gary acts as a sort of control.
Yes, that's true. Joan and Steve, when you get the band together, have you got a name yet for the band?
Yes, we have. The band's called Rocket to Ya.
Rocket
To Ya.
Rocket to Ya, sorry, yes.
Two of us.
2 of you. Oh, gotcha. Well, I think the waistcoats, definitely.
Definitely.
There's a future in those. OK, well, listen, who knows what's going to happen? You've both played incredibly well across the show. Let's see. Let's play the head-to-head. Here comes your first question, and it concerns Central and Eastern European food. Richard.
We're going to show you 5 types of Central or Eastern European food. We'll give you alternate letters of their names as well. But what are they, please?
Thank you very much indeed. Let's reveal our 5 types of Central and Eastern European food, and here they come. We have got A, W-E-E-S-H-I-Z-L. B, G-F-L-E-F-S. C, K-E-L-C. D, L-T-E. And E, B-G-L. There we are. Joan and Steve, you're our low scorers, so you get to go first. Feel free to confer.
Yeah. OK, I think we're going to go for B.
Yeah.
Now, whether I am saying this right, it's gefelfie fish.
You're going to say gefelfie fish.
Yes.
Gefelfie fish. OK, Jessica and Gary. Do you want to talk us through the board?
Well, we know A is Wiener Schnitzel. B, we have no idea. C, we have no idea. D, we have no idea. And E is bagel. So we're going to go for A, Wiener Schnitzel.
You're going to say Wiener Schnitzel or Wiener Schnitzel. So we have gefelfie fish and we have Wiener Schnitzel. Joan and Steve said gefelfie fish for B. Let's see if that's right. Let's see how many of our 100 people said it. Oh, bad luck, Joan and Steve. Jessica and Gary, you just have to be right with your answer, Wiener Schnitzel for A. Let's see if that is right. It is right. Very well done. It's a good score. Down it goes to 44, but crucially it was right, which means Jessica and Gary, after one question, you're up 1-0.
Yeah, you're pretty close there, Steve. Worth a crack. Gefilte fish is the answer there. Gefilte fish, not to gefelfie fish. Would have scored 5 points as well. Would have been a terrific answer. Even better answer would have been C, which is a pointless answer. Do you know that one?
No.
They're called kreplach or kreplach. It's very well done if you said that. Do you know D?
Latka.
Latka, absolutely right. Like a potato pancake. 11 points for that. And what do you reckon bagel scored?
92.
98 points for bagel.
Good.
98 points.
Thank you very much indeed, Richard. OK, now, here comes your second question. Now, Joan and Steve, you have to win this one. Stay in the game, so good luck. Jessica and Gary get first bite at it. Our second question today is all about Shakespeare plays. Richard.
Yeah, we're going to show you now 5 sets of initials, all of which represent different Shakespeare plays, but what plays are these initials, please?
Thanks very much indeed. Let's reveal the 5 sets of initials, and here they come. We have got TN, TCOE, RAJ, TOA, and AYLI. I'll read those again. TN, TCOE, RAJ, TOA, and AYLI. There we are. Jessica and Gary, you will go first. Feel free to confer. OK, Jessica and Gary.
Gary, do you want to give the answer?
What are you going to go for?
Yeah, we're struggling, so we're going for Romeo and Juliet.
OK, Romeo and Juliet, which means we come to Joan and Steve. Do you fancy talking us through that board?
Not really, no. Something we should have brushed up on. Unfortunately, we haven't. So I think we're going to go for the second one down, the Comedy of Errors.
OK, so we have the Comedy of Errors. We have Romeo and Juliet and the Comedy of Errors. Jessica and Gary said Romeo and Juliet. Let's see how many of our 100 people said that. Romeo and Juliet scores you 67. Joan and Steve, meanwhile, have gone for the Comedy of Errors. Let's see if that's right for TCOE. How many people said it? It is the Comedy of Errors. Very well done. And it wins you the point. It's exactly what we needed from you, Joan and Steve. Takes us down to 5. That's a great answer. And it means, more importantly, that after 2 questions, you're back in the game. After 2 questions, it's 1-1.
Yeah, it's actually the best answer on the board. So very well done for spotting it. TN is...
12th Night.
12th Night. Would have scored you 48 points. TOA.
Timon of Athens.
Timon of Athens scores more points than the Comedy of Errors. Scores 12. And AYLI.
As You Like It.
As You Like It. Would have scored you 36.
Thank you very much indeed. OK, here comes the decider. This is the 3rd question. Whoever wins this will go through to the final and have a crack at that jackpot. Best of luck to both pairs. Our 3rd question today is all about waves. Richard.
Yep, simply 5 clues that have something to do with wave or waves.
Thank you. Let's reveal the 5 clues. And here they come. We have got ride at Thorpe Park Theme Park. Thorpe Park Theme Park. That takes its name from an exceptionally large ocean wave. Japanese artist whose best-known works include the woodblock print, commonly known as the Great Wave. Style of rock music popular in the late 70s, deriving from punk, but more poppy in sound. Term used to describe a prolonged period of abnormally hot weather. And the author who wrote the 1930s short story, The Crime Wave at Blandings. I'll read those again. Ride at Thorpe Park Theme Park that takes its name from an exceptionally large ocean wave. Japanese artist whose best-known works include the woodblock print, commonly known as the Great Wave. Style of rock music popular in the late 70s, deriving from punk, but more poppy in sound. Term used to describe a prolonged period of abnormally hot weather. And the author who wrote the 1930s short story, The Crime Wave at Blandings. There we are. So, Joan and Steve, you go first.
Not a great board, this one, really. I think we've got to go for the middle one. Style of rock music, new wave.
New wave, say Joan and Steve. Now, Jessica and Gary, that board's all yours. Do you want to talk us through it?
So we think the Thorpe Park ride is tidal wave. Don't know the Japanese artist. We'd say prolonged period of hot weather is heat wave. And we don't know the author, so we're going to go for the top one and say tidal wave.
You're going to say tidal wave. OK, so we have new wave, we have tidal wave. Joan and Steve said new wave. Let's see how many of our 100 got that. It's right. Down it goes to 58. Jessica and Gary, meanwhile, have gone for the tidal wave ride at Thorpe Park. Let's see how many of our 100 people said tidal wave. It's right, tidal wave, and it wins the point for you. Very well done indeed. Look at that. Down it goes to 6 for tidal wave. That means, Jessica and Gary, after 3 questions, you are through to the final 2-1.
And that was the best answer on that board as well, so very well played to fill the rest in. The Japanese artist is Hokusai. Would have scored you 12 points. You're quite right about Heatwave. Very big score, though. Take a look at that, 93 points. As soon as you see Blandings, the author is...
P.G. Wodehouse.
P.G. Wodehouse. And that would have scored 13.
Thank you very much indeed, Richard. Well, that means the pair leaving us at the end of the head-to-head round were our golden couple, Joan and Steve. It's good news, really, though, because it means you'll be returning to the next show. We'll look forward to that very much. But meantime, thanks so much. Joan and Steve. But for Jessica and Gary, it is now time for our Pointless Final. Congratulations, Jessica and Gary. You've seen off all the competition to win our coveted Pointless trophy. You now get a chance to win our rather exciting Pointless jackpot, which is standing at the end of today's show at £3,500. Very well done. Well, head-to-head in both shows you've been in, second time made it through to the final, which is very satisfying and played incredibly well. You've won the Pointless trophy. What will you do with it? Where do you think your Pointless trophy will go?
We'll display it in the office and rub it in everyone's faces.
I think so. That's the answer I was hoping you'd come up with. Now, what about the Pointless jackpot? That's what we have to sort out for you. What's going to help you win it?
Well, pretty niche knowledge, 80s action films. If that comes up, I'm in the money.
But it's a sort of thing that could easily come up.
Yeah.
Could easily. Jessica, what about you? Anything you...
Maybe something to do with art might be good for me. And then maybe just, like, general knowledge from when I was alive.
Oh, back then?
Yeah.
OK.
Something after I was born.
OK. That's a roundabout way of saying something we're not really allowed to say, I think. Anyway, well, best of luck. We're going to show you 4 options for today. One of them will be brand new. That's exciting. Let's hope something on here appeals to you. We have got the Beatles on film, the 2018 FIFA World Cup, contemporary thriller writers, unusual word endings. What do you think?
OK, so I'm going to say definitely not Beatles.
OK, no, not Beatles for me.
Not thriller writers.
Not thriller writers.
Possibly FIFA World Cup for you.
Yeah, I could do FIFA World Cup.
And then maybe unusual word endings, we could think of them.
Unusual word endings, whichever one you want to do.
How much do you know about football, Gary? Because I know nothing. This is all on you if we do football. But there's probably more pointless answers in football. I think it's a bit safer. I don't know.
It's going to be all on me.
You're good under pressure, Gary.
Okay.
You're cool.
Yeah, let's go the 2018 FIFA World Cup.
OK, FIFA World Cup it is.
Okay, and just to confirm, that was after you were born, Jessica? You happy with that?
Exactly.
Good. We're looking for any of the following, please. We're looking for any host city during the 2018 FIFA World Cup, any city that hosted at least one match. We are looking for any head coach of the 32 teams at the 2018 World Cup finals, or we are looking for any player who scored 2 or more goals during the World Cup finals. So the host cities, the head coaches, and any player who scored 2 or more goals. Very best of luck.
Thank you very much indeed. OK, now, as always, you've got up to 1 minute to come up with 3 answers. All you need to win the jackpot is for just one of your answers to be pointless. You don't have to answer all 3 categories. Just focus on whichever categories you like the look of. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Let's put 60 seconds up on the clock. There they are. Your time starts now.
OK, so it was in Russia, I believe, so Moscow. St. Petersburg. Do you know any Russian cities? Head coaches, Gareth Southgate, players who scored 2 or more goals. Random.
Pete Sampras.
No, he's a tennis player.
I don't know anything about football, sorry.
Who's got... Oh, Harry Kane.
Any obscure footballers? Just throw a name out there. Throw any name out there. Any team that you support.
Harry Kane. Oh, I'm struggling, because they're going to be not pointless answers, but that's the only thing I can think of at the moment on the spot. Countries.
10 seconds left.
Useless.
Sorry, Jess. OK, we're going to have to go to St. Petersburg. Gareth Southgate, Harry Kane.
Yeah.
OK, that is your time up. Never long enough, that minute.
No.
What answers can you give me?
OK, so host city, St. Petersburg.
St. Petersburg.
Head coach, Gareth Southgate.
Gareth Southgate.
Player who scored 2 or more goals, Harry Kane.
Harry Kane. Of those 3, which is your best shot at a pointless
St.
answer?
Petersburg.
St. Petersburg. Least likely to be pointless?
Harry Kane.
Harry Kane, pop Gareth Southgate in the middle. OK, well, let's put the answers up in that order then, and here they are. We have got Harry Kane, Gareth Southgate and St. Petersburg. Well, good luck. 3 answers on the board there. Now, if any of these turned out to be pointless and won you that jackpot, £3,500, that's not a bad prize to be taking home. Jessica, what would you like to do with that?
So I thought about it long and hard, and I thought I'd go on a big shopping spree. And probably just, blow it all. Just me and Gary will go shopping and buy our office probably a round of beers.
Very nice. Gary, how about you? Anything you want to add to that?
I was just going to go on the shopping spree with her.
OK. Not the beers, no. OK. Very good. Now, Jessica and Gary, you have gone, in the case of players who scored 2 or more goals, you've gone for Harry Kane. Let's see if that's right. Let's see how many of our 100 people said it. If Harry Kane's pointless, you leave with £3,500. Harry Kane is right. Just has to go all the way down to 0 for you to win that jackpot. Down we go through the 40s to 47 for Harry Kane. So not a pointless answer there. In the next category, we were looking for head coaches at the FIFA World Cup 2018, and you have gone for Gareth Southgate. Let's see how many of our 100 people said that. If Gareth Southgate is pointless, £3,500 is yours. Well, Harry Kane took us all the way down to 47. Gareth Southgate now taking us down through the 50s to 52. Not a pointless answer there, I'm afraid, either. So let's move on to your third and final answer, which was St. Petersburg. And in this case, we were looking for host cities of the 2018 FIFA World Cup. St. Petersburg, if it is pointless, will win you £3,500. How many people said it? Again, it's right. 47 was Harry Kane's score. 52 was Gareth Southgate's. St. Petersburg passing both of those. Down we go through the 20s into the teens with St. Petersburg to 15. Now, it's a shame. Well, it was all going in the right direction with that third answer, but I'm afraid you didn't manage to find that all-important pointless answer, so I'm afraid you don't win today's jackpot, but you do get to take home a pointless trophy each. So very, very well done on that score. Jessica and Gary, well done.
Yeah, congratulations on your trophy. Also, congratulations for giving me virtually my favourite ever answer in the 60 seconds, which was Pete Sampras. Which was, I would say, let's take a look at the host cities first. Host cities and also the goal scorers. I think there's going to be some answers, you know, Gary, but in that 60 seconds, so hard. Let's take a look. Host cities, 4 pointless answers. Ekaterinburg, England played in Nizhny Novgorod, played against Panama. They also played the quarter-final against Sweden, was in Samara, and Volgograd, England also played as well. Well done if you said any of those at home. Those are the 4 pointless answers. The head coaches, this is a tough one. Bert van Marwijk, who was the Australian head coach, Heimer Hallgrimsson, you can probably guess he was the Icelandic coach, Juan Carlos Osorio of Mexico, Stanislav Cherchesov, the Russian coach, also there. Also the coaches of Denmark, Panama, Sweden, Serbia, Tunisia, South Korea and Switzerland. Now, look at some of these names on the goal scorers. These would all have won you £3,500. Sergio Aguero is there, Son is there, Coutinho, Edinson Cavani. You could have had Ahmed Musa, Andres Granqvist. Very well done if you said that. Jednak Nui, Kazri and Pete Sampras. Those were the pointless answers there.
Thank you very much indeed, Richard, and thank you, Jessica and Gary, once again. I'm sorry you didn't win our jackpot today. That'll therefore roll over onto the next show, when we will be playing for £4,500. Join us then to see if someone can win it. Meanwhile, it's goodbye from Richard.
Goodbye.
And it's goodbye from me. Goodbye.